The most popular books on relationships and love. The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Whether you're in a relationship, looking for love, or just curious about how people communicate affection, this book has some game-changing insights. What are the five love languages? First off, let's talk about what the five love languages are. Gary Chapman, a marriage counselor, wrote the five love languages to help people understand how they give and receive love. According to Chapman, each person has a primary love language, which is the way they feel most loved and appreciated. When your partner speaks your love language, you feel emotionally fulfilled. But when your partner doesn't understand or speak your language, you can feel disconnected or unloved, even if they are showing love in other ways. The five love languages are words of affirmation. People with this love language feel loved through verbal expressions of affection, compliments, encouragement, and kind words. Acts of service. For these people, actions speak louder than words. They feel loved when their partner helps them out, whether it's doing chores, running errands, or doing something thoughtful to ease their burden. Receiving gifts. This love language isn't just about materialism. People who speak this language feel loved when they receive thoughtful gifts that show their partner is thinking about them. Quality time. People with this love language feel loved when they have their partner's undivided attention. It's not about just being in the same room. It's about being present, making eye contact, and connecting emotionally. Physical touch. For these individuals, physical affection like hugging, kissing, holding hands, and cuddling are the best ways to show love. Understanding your own love language. Now that we know what the five love languages are, let's talk about how you can figure out your own love language. According to Chapman, understanding your primary love language is key to having fulfilling relationships. But how do you figure out what it is? Chapman recommends reflecting on the ways you express love to others. Are you the type of person who constantly compliments your partner or friends? Maybe your love language is words of affirmation. Do you show love by doing things for others, like making them a meal or helping with chores? That might be acts of service. Or do you just love spending one-on-one time with your partner without distractions? That's likely quality time. It's also important to notice how you feel when you're not feeling loved. If you feel neglected, when your partner doesn't hold your hand or kiss you, you might speak physical touch. If you feel unappreciated when they don't say kind things or offer encouragement, words of affirmation may be your love language. The importance of knowing your partner's love language. So, understanding your own love language is important, but understanding your partner's love language is just as crucial. Imagine you're someone who speaks acts of service, and you're constantly helping your partner with their needs, but they never seem to appreciate it. You might feel frustrated thinking they don't value your efforts. But what if they actually speak receiving gifts, and they'd prefer thoughtful gifts over any help you offer? This is where things can get tricky. If you're both speaking different love languages and not aware of it, you might think the other person doesn't love you. But in reality, they're just expressing love in a way that doesn't resonate with you. That's why Chapman stresses the importance of learning your partner's love language so you can meet their emotional needs and avoid misunderstandings. Love language mixtures. Now, it's important to note that people can have a combination of love languages, with one being more dominant than the others. For example, your primary love language might be words of affirmation, but you might also feel loved through quality time. Understanding the mixture of love languages in both yourself and your partner will help you communicate more effectively and fulfill each other's emotional needs better. How to speak your partner's love language. Once you know your partner's love language, how do you actually speak it? Chapman gives plenty of tips on how to communicate in your partner's love language, even if it doesn't come naturally to you. For example, if your partner's love language is words of affirmation, make an effort to compliment them, express appreciation, and offer encouraging words. It doesn't have to be over the top. Simple affirmations can go a long way. For someone who speaks acts of service, show love by helping out with things they need. You could do small things like making them a cup of coffee in the morning or helping with housework. If their love language is receiving gifts, it's not about spending a lot of money. It's about the thoughtfulness behind the gift. A simple, meaningful gift that shows you were thinking about them will speak volumes. For those with quality time, put away distractions and really focus on being present. Plan activities that allow you to connect emotionally, whether it's going for a walk together or having a deep conversation over dinner. And for people who value physical touch, give them physical affection regularly, whether it's holding hands, hugging, or cuddling on the couch. Simple touch can help them feel secure and loved. How the 5 love languages help improve relationships. By understanding and speaking each other's love languages, you're not just avoiding conflict or misunderstandings, you're actively strengthening your bond. Knowing how your partner expresses love helps you feel more connected, and it also helps you express your needs more clearly. Chapman emphasizes that speaking your partner's love language isn't just a way to make them happy. It's a way to create a deeper, more fulfilling relationship that fosters emotional intimacy, trust, and respect. So to sum it all up, The 5 Love Languages is a powerful book that can transform the way you approach relationships. By learning about the 5 love languages, discovering your own, and understanding your partner's, you can create a deeper and more fulfilling connection. If you're in a relationship, or even just want to improve your communication skills, I highly recommend picking up this book. Trust me, it's a game changer.